One day after Trump's most disgusting rally yet at Madison Square Garden, the fallout has been massive. I woke up to headlines and stories like these. The New York Dia said racist rally in the largest font possible. The New York Times reported Trump at the Garden, a closing carnival of grievances, misogyny, and racism. Rick Wilson of the Lincoln Project declared that Donald Trump's racist New York City rally was vile and, frankly, political suicide. There was one moment in particular that they're all talking about, with every major news organization reporting on this story. I had a lot of options from the heavy hitters with strong opinions to pull from, but in this report, I'm going to focus on The View because I think the women there, mostly minorities, really captured the emotion in a way that the news commentators did not. Let's begin with Whoopi Goldberg setting the table for what happened yesterday. The focus of our story and the panel's nuclear reaction will follow.
He did it. You know, he was here. An alleged comedian, Tony Hinchcliffe, they had a whole thing going. Take a look.
I don't know if you guys know this, but there's literally a floating island of garbage in the middle of the ocean right now. Yeah. I think it's called Puerto Rico. Okay. All right. Okay. We're getting there.
A spokesperson said the joke was in poor taste and did not reflect the campaign's or you-know-who's views.
And I have that clip for you from Fox News of all places at the very end. But for now, let's stay with The View as Republican and Latina and Navarro holds Trump's racist feet to the fire. This is followed by Puerto Rican Sonny Hostin calling on other Puerto Ricans and all Americans to take out the trash that is Donald Trump.
And he didn't just make jokes about Puerto Ricans.
No, he didn't.
He made jokes about blacks.
Yep.
You know, the whole trope about watermelons. He made jokes, a vile joke about Latinos that we can't even put on daytime TV.
Yep.
So today we are all in this together. And I'm going to say this particularly to my Latino community. If Trump asking for the death penalty for 5 young men of color, black and Latino, the exonerated 5 wasn't enough for you. If Trump getting investigated for refusing to rent to black people wasn't enough for you. If Trump promoting a racist trope against the first black president with the birtherism wasn't enough for you. If Trump calling Mexicans rapists and criminals and bad hombres wasn't enough for you. If Trump calling us vermin, invaders, people who poison the blood of this country wasn't enough for you. If Trump throwing paper towels at people in need after Hurricane Maria in Puerto Rico wasn't enough for you. If Trump saying immigrants have made this country into the trash can of the world wasn't enough for you, then maybe, just maybe, this comedian, handpicked, chosen, vetted by the Trump campaign because he reflects what Trump has said his entire lifetime, maybe that will be enough for you. And on November 5th, I want you to vote for your heritage and your traditions and your identity. I want you to vote with dignity and self-respect.
This Puerto Rican has something to say about the island that I love, where my family is from. Puerto Rico is trash. We are Americans, Donald Trump. Americans. We voluntarily serve disproportionately high in the military while you have bone spurs. And we vote. Pennsylvania is home to almost 500,000 Puerto Ricans. North Carolina, 115,000. Georgia, 100,000. Arizona, 64,000. Wisconsin, 61,000. Michigan, 43,000. Nevada, 27,000. We vote Donald Trump. Trash. And by the way, Jennifer Lopez, Ricky Martin, Bad Bunny, Luis Fonsi, and Mark Anthony have over 345 million followers on Instagram. I think you only have 26 million, since you care so much about size. And we don't like what was said about Puerto Rico. And we know how to take the trash out, Donald Trump. Trash that has been collecting since 2016. And that's you, Donald Trump. And finally, my fellow Puerto Ricans, trash collection day is November 5th, 2024. don't forget it.
The Madison Square Garden event was meant to be Donald Trump's curtain call. Win or lose, he wanted to take one final bow on his home turf for the cult to kiss the ring one last time, all in the rally format that has served him so well. But there was something Trump did not count on, something that would turn his self-tribute into one of his greatest dumpster fires, his own hubris. He thought he could sneak in an obscure comedian for 12 minutes to warm up the crowd with racist rhetoric and that it would go unnoticed. Well, it did not go unnoticed. We can only hope that Trump's blatant hubris results in an Achilles heel that drags him down at the finish line, leading to what Rick Wilson called a political suicide. And now, for the final word that I promised, ironically, this is something comedians dream of Trump's spokesperson condemning the racist rhetoric found at Trump's own racist rally on Fox News. You cannot make this stuff up.
This morning, the mainstream media has picked up on the comics' comments, which were offensive, have been denounced by the campaign and everybody else. What went on with that?
Look, it was a comedian who made a joke in poor taste. Obviously, that joke does not reflect the views of President Trump or our campaign.